There's a lot of countries on this big fat scorched earth of ours, and it's got me thinking, what is the most popular car in every single one of those countries? That's the way I think.
I'm built different.
Well, me and the boys did some research and we found out, and let me tell you, there are cars and countries that we've never even heard of before on this list. So get ready to learn all 196 of them. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and maybe, just maybe, my dad will come back. I'm James, Car YouTube's Britney Spears, and this is the
D-List.
A big thank you to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video. It's a top cross-platform RPG game that guides you through exciting battles against noble kings and dark wizards, all the while navigating through warring factions and uncovering hidden prophecies. And in honor of their 2-year anniversary, Raid Shadow Legends asked me,
The Dark Lord of Lightning, to answer 2 riddles in the dark. If you could add anything to the game, what would it be and why? Pray thee add a buff steed so that I may ride into battle and trample my foes with pure equestrian muscle. Where is your favorite place to play the game? There's no place more divine than my ceremonial throne room.
And because they're celebrating 2 years, they've packed their schedule with amazing events. They've got 6 straight weeks of anniversary events and tournaments running from March 1st all the way through the middle of April. All of them with insane prizes to win. They're even launching their first ever clan versus clan tournament to give players a chance to compete directly against another clan to see who comes out on top. And if that's not enough, they're releasing the first champion in the badass looking
Shadowkin faction!
Which I personally cannot wait to see. So, when you're ready to get a head start in Raid Shadow Legends, all you have to do is hit the link in the description and you'll get your free epic champion, Jotun, who, according to legend, is amazing in the Doom Tower. 100,000 silver, 50 germs, and 3 ancient shards, so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in the game. And now, back to the show.
Now, before we get into it, I just want to say that the definition of a country is a little political. I'm from the US, so I'm going by the United States list of recognized countries, which is 196, including Taiwan. Let me know in the comments which ones I mispronounced. There's gonna be a lot of them. Now that out of the way, let's kick this party off with Fiji. Fiji, one of my favorite archipelago countries from the South Pacific, famous for its crystal clear lagoons and rugged landscapes. Also, one of the best square bottled water companies ever. As of 2016, there are over 110,000 vehicles registered in Fiji, and the most popular one was the boat? No, the Toyota Hilux. Toyota has been making this pickup truck since the 1960s, and it's been insanely popular pretty much everywhere. It's also the best-selling vehicle in Argentina, Botswana, Burkina Faso, Cabo Verde, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Chad, El Salvador, Eritrea, Eswatini, Guatemala, Honduras, Kenya, Laos, Lesotho, Liberia, Malawi, Maldives, Mali, Marshall Islands, where they've been experimenting with coconut oil as a source of fuel for vehicles. It's not just for my pecs anymore. Mauritania, Namibia, Panama, Peru, Tar, Solomon Islands, Sudan, Tanzania, Tonga, Trinidad, and Tobago, Uganda, Vanuatu, and in Venezuela, the most popular car is the Fortuner, which is a mid-size SUV built on the Hilux platform. The Hilux is even the bestseller in Australia, ever since Ford stopped making the Falcon. Rest in peace, King. Taken too early. But what about countries that aren't filled with rugged terrain? What about a little place called Europe, or as I like to call it, slightly weirder, fancier America? In Portugal, the most popular car right now is the Peugeot 2008. This little thing is a subcompact crossover SUV that comes with a turbo 3-cylinder, a diesel 4-banger, or an electric drivetrain. It barely beat out the Renault Clio, which is the most popular car in France. It's also the best-selling car in Bulgaria, Estonia, Morocco, Serbia, and Slovenia. Now, we don't have the Clio in America. We don't have any Renaults, actually, but it's basically France's Volkswagen Golf, which is basically Germany's Honda Civic. Which brings me to Golfs. The Golf is the bestseller in Austria, Belgium, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, and of course, its homeland of Germany. And by the way, Volkswagen did sell more Beetles historically speaking, all right? We're going by recent sales figures here, all right? In Spain, you've got the Seat Ibiza, which is named after a Mike Posner song. Monaco, you got the Smart 4.2. Tiny country, tiny car. Italy, Fiat Panda. Greece, Toyota Yaris. Yaris is actually derived from the Greek goddess of charm and beauty, Charis. Cyprus, you got the Nissan Juke. Malta, the Toyota Aygo. Vatican City, Popemobile. Switzerland, Audi Q3. All right. And in the Netherlands, we have the Kia Niro. Kia Niro. I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? In Andorra, we have the BMW X5, probably because it's a huge tax haven. Which brings us to the UK. Do I make you Randy Gromit? In England, the most popular car is surprisingly not the Mini Cooper, but it is the Ford Fiesta. How about our friends up there in Scandinavia, yeah? Sweden, you got your Volvo V60. Norway, Audi e-tron. Denmark, Peugeot 208. Finland, Toyota Corolla. Iceland. Now you might think in Iceland it might be something beefy like a Hilux AT38, but surprisingly, the current best-selling car in Iceland is the Tesla Model 3. Iceland generates 100% of its electricity from renewable resources, and it's small enough that you can drive across the entire country in a single charge. So EVs are freaking booming up there. Latvia, you got your Toyota RAV4. The RAV4 is also popular in Ukraine, Moldova, and Taiwan. In Lithuania, they love their Fiat Tipos. Belarus, Lada Vesta. In Poland, you got your Polski Fiat 126P. It's Polish for Polish Fiat 126 Polish. In Hungary, Suzuki Vitara. Romania, Dacia Logan. Czech Republic, Skoda Octavia. Croatia, Skoda Octavia. Bosnia and Herzegovina, Skoda Octavia. Slovakia, the Skoda Fabia. Skoda, by the way, is a Czech manufacturer owned by Volkswagen, and as you can see, they are super popular in Eastern Europe. Albania, used Mercedes C-Class sedan. North Macedonia, Citroen C3. Montenegro, Dacia Logan. Kosovo, Dacia Sandero. Now, with most of Europe covered, this brings us to a big one, literally. I'm talking about Mother Russia. You've probably heard of this country. It's the really big one that sits on top of Asia's face. You may also have heard of their car brand, Lada. So, it's no surprise to learn that the most popular car in Russia is a Kia? At least in November of 2014 it was. Despite Lada's dominance as the best-selling car in Russia for 50 years, the Kia Rio swooped in and usurped the throne from Lada. But that didn't last long because Lada hit back hard with the Granta. Sounds like a part of your body that stinks after you go to the gym. The Granta took back its rightful crown and has remained Russia's bestseller ever since. Speaking of bestsellers, let's talk about my novel, Nitroglycerin, the James Pumphrey story. It's a fictional novel about my life that I wrote. You know what another bestseller is? The Toyota Corolla. The Toyota Corolla, as I like to call it, is the best-selling car of all time, period. Since 1966, Toyota has produced over 45 million Corollas. They're cheap. They're good. And that's why the Corolla is the most popular car in Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Burundi, Egypt, Finland, Ghana, Ireland, Israel, Japan, and Nigeria. And the Camry, which is the Corolla's bigger, buffer boyfriend, is the bestseller in Cambodia, Kyrgyzstan, Nigeria, San Marino, and Tajikistan. Toyota also makes a car called the Vios for the Asia Pacific region, and it's a bestseller in the Philippines and Vietnam. Meanwhile, over in Kiribati and Samoa, you've got the Toyota Hi-Ace. In Turkmenistan and Guinea-Bissau, it's the Toyota Prado. Speaking of Toyota, you ever heard of a dainty little thing called a Toyota Land Cruiser. They're the opposite of dainty. They're badass. Not to say that dainty can't be badass, but it is the most popular vehicle in Bahrain, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Mongolia, Papua New Guinea, and Yemen. I'm still not even done with Toyotas. Barbados, you got the Toyota Aqua. Brunei, where the Sultan lives, you got the Toyota Wigo. In Ethiopia, the Toyota Avanza. We don't have specific models, but we know Toyota is the most popular manufacturer in Belize, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Grenada, Mauritius, Mozambique, Nauru, Sao Tome and Principe, Seychelles, Somalia, and Togo. You done good, Kichiro. Done real good. At this point, we have covered 118 different countries. Thank me later. We still have 78 to go, so I'm gonna rattle off the next couple dozen. Just rapid fire like, you feel me? Algeria, Renault Symbol, Angola, Suzuki Alto 800, Armenia, Lado Riva, Bahamas, Honda Civic, Bhutan, the Hyundai Sentra, Bolivia, Chevy Grand Vitara, Brazil, formerly the Volkswagen Gol, currently the Chevy Onyx, which is also the bestseller in Colombia, Paraguay, and Uruguay. In Chile, we got the Suzuki Baleno, Costa Rica, the Hyundai Accent, Cuba, Lada, Vesta, and a bunch of old American cars from the 50s. Dominican Republic, got your Hyundai Tucson. Ecuador, got your Chevy Spark. Georgia, Hyundai Ioniq. In Haiti, it's the Daihatsu Terios. Indonesia, got your Honda Brio. In Benin and Guinea, we have the Peugeot 404 and Peugeot 504. Now that might seem weird, but a lot of African countries were colonized by France, so there are a lot of French vehicles in those countries. In Iran, Saipa Tiba. Saipa is an Iranian car maker, and Tiba means gazelle. In Iraq, Kia Frontier. South Korea, Kia Carnival. And in North Korea, you got the Pyeonghwa Samcheonri. What's that? You've never heard of Pyeonghwa Motors before? That's probably because it's one of the only two car makers in North Korea. Most North Koreans can't even afford a car, so Pyeonghwa only makes a few hundred cars a year, and they're all just knockoffs of other cars. In Libya, you got the Zhonggang Auto Grand Tiger. That's a Chinese pickup truck, my man. Madagascar, the Renault Kwid. How many quid does a Madagascar cost? In Malaysia, you got the Perodua Myvi. Mexico, Nissan Versa. Myanmar, Suzuki Kiaz, which stands for comfort, intelligence, attitude, and zeal. In Nepal, Mahindra. They make the race cars. Mahindra Scorpio. United Arab Emirates, Nissan Patrol. They love the patrol in the United Arab Emirates. They use them for cop cars. They use them for taxis. And people have been modding them to have over 2,000 horsepers. Check this one out. I would love a patrol. Just a big, fast daddy truck for me and my babies. Oman, Nissan Sunny. Pakistan, Suzuki Alto. Sri Lanka, Suzuki Alto. Singapore, BMW 2 Series. Nice Singapore. South Africa, Volkswagen Polo Vivo. Nice South Africa. Saudi Arabia, it's the Hyundai Elantra. Syria, Hyundai Tucson. Tunisia, Cherry Tiggo. That's a Chinese company. Speaking of, how about China, James? It's probably a Chinese car, right? Dead wrong! Think again! In fact, think 5 or 6 more times and come back to me. I'll wait. The most popular car in China is actually the Volkswagen Levita. Yes! The most popular car in China is a German car named after a Ricky Martin song. It's made exclusively in China, and it's loco. It looks like a kind of uglier Passat. In Turkey, the most popular car is the Renault Symbol. In Azerbaijan, it's the Khazar LD/SD. In Equatorial Guinea, now we couldn't find a ton of information about their cars, but the vice president had 25 supercars seized as part of a Swiss money laundering probe. So for the sake of this list, I'm just gonna say the most popular car in Equatorial Guinea is a Lamborghini Veneno. In India, the #1 car ever is the Hindustan Ambassador. In Jamaica, it's the cute little Volkswagen Beetle. Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan both love the Chevy Nexio, which is actually an Aveo, but it turns out Chevy markets it with 12 different names internationally. Zimbabwe, it's the Isuzu KB. The Isuzu D-Max is popular in the Republic of the Congo, Gabon, and Thailand. The Mitsubishi L200 is absolutely holding it down in Cote d'Ivoire, the Gambia, and Senegal. In Sierra Leone, you got your Ford Ranger. The Ranger is also the #1 car in New Zealand. It's been a long ride, guys. We only have a couple more countries left to cap off this list, but I gotta mention that we couldn't find specific information for a few countries. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that they're all probably Toyotas, which brings us to the final two. And I think that you probably know which countries and vehicle that I'm talking about. The most popular car in the United States of America and Canada is the Ford F-Series. F-Series trucks. F-Series trucks have won. They're most popular. Oh my God, we all knew it was gonna happen, but when it actually does,
What's up, guys? Welcome to my house. I've got some huge news. The Pop-Up Up and Downs t-shirt was a huge success. Not surprised, it's the coolest shirt we've ever designed. We worked really hard, and hard work pays off. We liked it so much that we decided to carry it over to a hoodie. Because if you think about it, a hoodie is a Pop-Up Up and Down sweatshirt. I'm really stoked about these. I can't wait to get my hands on one. That's right, it's so new, I don't even have mine yet. So go to donutmedia.com, it's available now. The t-shirt's sold out super fast, and I guarantee the hoodie's gonna go just as fast. Pop-Up Up and Down sweatshirt. donutmedia.com. donutmedia.com. donutmedia.com.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and wherever at James Pumphrey. Follow Donut at Donut Media. If you want to learn more about a bunch of cars that we didn't get here in America, check out this episode of the D-List. If you want to learn about the fastest car of every year, check out this episode. I love you.